Hey guys, so it's me, Romie. This is the review for The Originals, Season 3, Episode 12, Dead Angels. So it starts off with Camille meeting up with, what's his name, Vince? Or something? You know, the black guy who's now in charge of all the witch covens where are they? Wherever they are. And he's just like, Camille, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Camille's on this, I am empowered. Finally, I have the chance to make a power move, to feel safe for once. So I need my dark objects. Klaus isn't giving me my dark objects, and so I took something precious to him. I don't want to hurt him. And, Camille, if you didn't want to hurt Klaus, maybe you could have taken something else. But anyway. So after that, we see Davina, and she's upset because the witch or the seer that helped her out before is dead. We know that Elijah did it. The female who's in charge of the Strix now is just like, you know it was Elijah who did it, but here's the thing. I need your help. That's why we need to take over. We need to get in charge and be empowered. Because here's what's actually happening. The Strix have the opportunity to use Davina, I know I'm jumping ahead, in order to go and break the link between, you know, that sire bond. If that's broken, then it really doesn't matter what happens to the Michaelsons. That's a game changer. That is a game changer. But anyway, so you have Marcel, who's just like, what are you doing with Davina? It's like, we're gonna need her. We're going to need her. And anyway, she's safer with us. So it's not like it really matters. Klaus goes and brings some of the dark objects to Camille. They have this long, drawn out conversation. And like I said, Camille is feeling like a boss right now. She's like, I have the witch on my side, and I am a vampire as well. And I have the one thing that can kill you. So you're gonna do whatever I say, really. Screw you. Screw you, pay me. That is what Camille is on right now. Or Cami. And we have Haley and Elijah. They're talking. And it's just this weird usual sexual tension between them. But it gets even worse because the female who's currently in charge of the Strix, I'm sorry, I'm not sure what her name is. Elijah had a relationship with her. I mean, and the relationship ran deep. And of course, Elijah also helped to kind of turn her into the person she is today. For better or for worse, that's what happened. And now you have this effed up situation where she's trying to make a power move. She's still trying to make a power move. But Davina goes, and she goes and consecrates the Oracle? Whatever her name, the witch who died, the blonde witch who died, because she's like, you are in New Orleans and Nolans. And here's the thing. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you're from here or not. You died here. So once she does that, she taps into her memories. And it's just like, whoa, Davina finds out why Elijah killed her. Cami and Klaus are still bickering and bitching. I'm like, okay, I don't care. You have the Strix that are trying to decide where they're going to go now. And not Marcel. And Elijah pops up and he's like, you know what? It is my birthright. I'll just take it over. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, well, his ex wasn't having none of that. She said, I invoke meow, 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 meow. And by doing so, you have to battle me. The winner at the end will be the leader of the Strix. So it's like, namaste, namaste. So anyway, Davina goes and she peeks into what Klaus is doing. I'm not really sure why, actually, but she does so. Well, I guess to just confirm if everything is true or not. So Klaus talks to Haley, and Haley's like, why the hell are you making so much noise? What's going on? He's like, look, I'm sorry if I'm making noise, but I have to get the one thing that can kill my family. And it was like, yeah, well, that one thing was actually our daughter's favorite toy, and she's very agitated also because Jackson's gone. So if you could just shut it, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, so the fighting begins, and this is where the truth about the relationship comes out. Cami is pacing back and forth because she's like, I just want my dark objects. I just want my dark objects. I need them because that's what makes me feel powerful. I want to be in a place of power for once. So Davina's talking to another one of the witches from the Strix, and the witch is actually trying to warn Davina. It's like, girl, get out while you can because your ass is grass if you don't. And by the way, I know you know something. So, you know what the weapon is. And now I know what the weapon is. I'm like, oh, damn. So like I said, Elijah's fighting with his ex, and it really is a draw because Elijah can kill her, but he doesn't want to. Marcel's like, I'm tired of this lover's quarrel. Why don't I go and knock out the both of you, take the totem or whatever, which means that I'm the leader at the stroke of midnight, hide out somewhere because everyone in New Orleans loves me, and I'll be the new boss. Ha ha! So Klaus goes, brings the rest of the dark objects with him, and the witch who ambushed Davina, she's trying to use a spell to make sure that no one knows that Klaus is there. The spell clearly works because she's super strong. I'm trying to figure out where this witch came from. There's something about her story that's really interesting and intriguing. So, we get past that. Elijah's still talking with his ex. It's not necessary. I don't care. Aside from that, we have Klaus, who finally meets up with the witch that's kind of enchanted him. And she's a boss. I mean, she did some Levite los manos on Klaus and then snapped his neck. I'm like, alright, I see you. I don't think you're going to be alive for much longer, but I see you. And you see the rest of the witches from the Strix go and ambush Cami and, what's his name, Vincent? Or whatever. Well, he's able to hold them off long enough for Cami to escape, but the main witch that, again, kind of got the jump on Davina is now torturing Cami in order to get the magical object from her. Now, my whole thing is, Cami, I love you, but you done messed up. I was kind of here for you being all empowered, but not at the expense of others. Come on now, Cami. Come on now, Cami. We can do better. We can do better. Aside from that, you have her try to use one of her dark objects to distract the witch long enough to possibly kill her. But the witch is really strong, so she's able to cancel out the magic from the dark object. And she also steals the little wooden toy that, of course, is made out of the white oak. Marcel is saying how, you know, why don't you just give it up? Because I've won. You've lost. Congratulations. You are a fool. Elijah says, I know where you are. Come on, my sister's a witch. Side note, where the hell was their sister this whole time? Because they kept referencing her. What, is she doing a movie? Was she sick? Why wasn't she in this episode? I find that very odd. Are they like gonna slowly phase out Freya and we're just not gonna know about it? Something is off. I need to go and read up on that to see what happened. But anyway, Elijah brings his people, and here's the thing. The person who was housing Marcel told Elijah, you can come in. Because she was like, I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems. And of course she did, because Marcel already left. Now, Klaus is reaming Cami because he's saying how you went and stole the one thing that could truly kill and hurt my family. Cami's saying, look, I wanted to feel powerful and strong for once in my life. All my life I've had to fight. Yeah, Yeah, anyway. So, we have Marcel. It's the stroke of midnight, and technically he's the new leader because he read the rules as well. It's not about being the strongest. It's about being the smartest. Having cunning over brawn. And that he does. Now, I'm like, something feels really off about this. I'm thinking, why in the hell is Elijah going so far to almost kill Marcel? Because he reaches into Marcel to grab his heart. And they're putting on a show. They are putting on an amazing show. Marcel becomes the new leader of the Strix. And that whole show was to make sure that the female who was running the Strix for a moment believed what was going on, that there's a rift. So, great job. Great job. Davina calls Cami to try and warn her, and Cami's like, kiddo, it's a little too late for that. But she was like, no, you also don't understand. She's not working with the Strix, the witch. She's working with Klaus's ex. I'm like, what the hell? You know the redhead vampire girl? Her. That's who the witch was working with. And so now she has the means to kill them. And also, once they figure out the spell to unbind the sire lines, then they'll be able to kill the Michaelsons without it being an issue. So the witch goes and shows herself to Davina, and she's like, the ancestors accepted you? And she's like, yes, it's because of you. But you have to hurry because things aren't going so well on the other side for your boyfriend. And like I said, Klaus had another meaningless conversation with Cami. Marcel had a conversation with the female who tried to run the Strix in the interim. Everything's going to hell at this point. And we see that wooden bullets are being made out of the toy that was created with the white oak stick. From the white oak. So, game on. I don't think that they're going to be successful in killing the rest of the originals, but who knows? Anything could happen. And just because you die today doesn't mean you can't come back tomorrow.